Thank you. Now, I've been skiing for the last 38 years, and finally I broke my leg. And, I guess the law of average catches up. This session is supposed to end at 10:25, so I only got a few minutes, and I'll be very brief. I'm not trying to sell anything, but Hong Kong we are very proud, as engineers. We made Hong Kong from a barren island with hardly a house up on it into one of the biggest metropolis in the world, in a sense. But unfortunately, we also are #1 in the world in terms of housing prices. $30,000 a square foot, 3,000 pounds a square foot, that kind of average price, and this is getting to be ridiculous. So as an engineer, I remember engineering students 60-odd years ago, 64 years ago to be exact. I went to the university, professor come in and say, hey, you want to be engineers? And he was very smug, smiling like that. You know what an engineer has to be? First, identify a problem. Second, find the solutions. Now, work hard for the next 4 years and you'll get your degree. So when I look at Hong Kong here, we blow our own horn and say we got the best infrastructure, but we are also having the highest price in the world in terms of housing. And this is very bad for the future in a sense. Even a professional who work very hard, get very good income, will still cannot be able to own their own home. So this is the problem, and I'd like to share it with you. And why this problem created? It's probably because of our planners. Nothing to do with civil engineers. See, the planners read from the books just like us. And of course, they would like to see is something green, something meadow brooks. But unfortunately, throughout history, what we have seen, the densities of the cities keep on getting denser and denser, and yet people still come to these cities. So, and also there's a paradox. The planners say that if you live in very congested cities, your health goes bad. But the answer is no. Hong Kong has one of the most densely populated cities in the world, and yet our life expectancy for both men and women are the longest in the world. We passed that of Japan. So really, the answer is not because of the density of the people, and why? And probably despite of that, because in Hong Kong we have, together with Manhattan, we probably have the densest concentration of high-rise buildings, because we engineers were able to design tall buildings. And a certain gentleman in America called Otis was able to invent the elevator, or the other way around. He invented the elevator, and we were able to capitalize on it and build buildings. And so the vertical transport is always more efficient than horizontal transport. You travel 30 meters, 60 meters, 100 meters, which is 30 stories. And that's very short compared with travel kilometers, thousands of meters. So Hong Kong, in a way, that we got a very nice high-rise building culture. But yet, on the other hand, our planners restrict the supply of land in this area, and together with some of the greenies, who probably the best of intentions, but do the maximum damage. We have the highest percentage of country parks of any city in the world, percentage-wise. Now, country parks are very nice, but why the hell don't we emulate London? London brought their little squares and whatnot into the middle part of the city, like in West End and in Chelsea and whatever. So I think the problem for us engineers here today is not to tell the audience how good we are, blah, 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 no. But rather we should go and tell the bureaucrats, this is a wrong policy, and we have the tools as an engineer to be able to do something and do something for Hong Kong. Now, 10:25, thank you.